Morning, it's Alex from York Buddhist Centre. We'll wait for a few people to arrive. So if you're watching this up on catch up or replay, then you might want to fast forward a few minutes. Good morning. Just waiting for people to arrive. So this morning we'll be doing the calming the mind, relaxing the body meditation. Good morning, Rose. Well, it was really quite dark when I came in this morning, but it's starting to brighten up quite quickly. I guess the autumn really is here. Good morning, Philippa. Philippa's saying good morning to everybody. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Margaret. You might have to bear with me this morning. I seem to be having a bit of a hay fevery sneezing fit, but we'll do the best we can with what we've got. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Isabel. So just say a little bit about setting up a regular meditation practice. It's really good if you can meditate at a regular time. Good morning, Karen. It's really good if you can meditate at a regular time, whether that's the morning, the afternoon, the evening, whatever works best for you. Some of us have I did have a very haphazard life with being self-employed and children, but they've now grown up. So it's not always easy. So don't be too hard on yourself, and sitting down and meditating for 5-10 minutes is better than not meditating at all. So you might, if you've got the space, you might want to set yourself up a little spot where you can meditate. That's your corner. Maybe put a candle there. Oh, that reminds me, I've not lit my candle this morning. Please feel free to tell me if you see my candle not lit in the background. I very often do the meditations and then realise. There we go. So yeah, you might want to have a little candle. You might want to put things there that just connect you to nature, to beauty, to impermanence, like seashells, conkers. It's the conker season. Fir cones, I don't know, pretty pebbles, rocks, flowers, whatever kind of makes it beautiful for you. Yeah, and you know, for many years I'd got boys growing up and a busy life, and it was hard with children and around having a permanent shrine. So I just used to have a small little corner that I would have a little stool and I'd place a tiny Buddha on it and a little candle, and away I'd go. Because obviously in the Buddha's time you would just go to a grove or a beautiful area, a wooded area, wherever he was. He would just sit down and meditate wherever he was. So we can do that too. You can meditate while you're in a waiting room. You don't have to meditate with your eyes closed. Nobody will know what you're doing. Just lower your eyes to the floor. Travelling is usually an interesting one to meditate. On the train, on the bus, but don't miss your stop. So you know, we can set up wherever we are, and yeah, we don't need anything special. We don't need any special equipment. So I think most people have arrived now. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Lynn. I don't know if I've said good morning already, but good morning again. And good morning to anybody who's joining us, whether you're from York, Blackburn, further afield, on YouTube, wherever you're from, and especially if you're watching us on catch up or watching us later on, whatever time and wherever you are, welcome to the meditation. So today we're going to do calming the mind and relaxing the body meditation. So if you'd like to get yourselves ready, Just get yourselves comfortable, get yourself set up, anything that you need as your last opportunity to go and to fetch things. And yeah, get yourself into a comfortable meditation position, whether you're sitting down, sitting on cushions, or lying down, whatever's comfortable for you. Make sure that you can be as comfortable as you can. And if you need to adjust your posture, that's absolutely fine. Please don't sit there in pain. So, if you'd like to make yourselves comfortable, make sure your feet have got contact with the ground, whether that's the soles of your feet or the tops of your feet if you're on meditation cushions, or the heels of your feet if you're lying down. And just notice any other contact that you have with the chair, the cushions, the bed or the floor. Just notice those contact points. This is called The Ideal by James Fenton. This is where I came from. I passed this way. This should not be shameful or hard to say. A self is a self. It is not a screen. A person should respect what he has been. This is my past, which I shall not discard. This is the ideal. This is hard. So if you'd like to take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And just prepare yourself for meditation. Just accustom yourself to what's going on in your room, the sounds, the smells, the temperature. And you can just ask yourself, what is going on for me this morning? How am I feeling? And it's fine to feel nothing. You might just be waking up. The day's only just starting. You might be quite a blank page at this moment in time. For others, they might feel sad or grief-stricken or giddy, restless, happy. Whatever's going on for you, just sit with it for a few seconds and acknowledge it. Don't try to change anything. We're just being as we are at this moment in time, and that is good enough. And if we just do a body scan, a body check, and you know where the tension builds up in your body, whether it's in your eyes or your jaw or your neck and shoulders, your spine, your stomach, your thighs, your legs, your arms. Just take a moment just to check through your own body. And if there's any tightness or tension, try to relax. Try to let it subside. If that means having to adjust your posture or move around a bit, that's absolutely fine. Just see if you can soften it a little bit. We're not forcing it to go away. We're just trying to soften it and relax a little bit more. And you can do that with the out breath. Each time you breathe out, you could say to yourself, let go. Breathe in, and then let go. Breathe in, and let go a little more. So in this first stage, we're going to focus on the out breath. We're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, to yourself in your mind, just count 1. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, count 2. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, count 3. And we count all the way up to 10. We're not holding the breath, we're just counting each breath. We're counting how many breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, count 5. We go all the way up to 10. And then when we've reached 10, we start back again at 1. And the counting's really quite arbitrary. It's only there to give your brain something to do to try and reduce the temptation of it to drift off and start planning. So, if you lose your count, you can't remember, it's fine, just start back at 1. If you suddenly realise you've got up to 12 or 13, congratulate yourself for noticing and just start back at 1. We're not trying to force thoughts out of our head. Thinking and your brain working is quite natural. But by giving it the counting, we're giving it something to do. If the counting doesn't work for you, then that's fine. You can drop the counting. We're just focusing on that out breath. As you breathe out, just feel your shoulders drop. Feel the gentle rise and fall in your chest and your stomach. If your mind does start to drift, congratulate yourself. Bring yourself back to your body and to the out breath. Breathe in, breathe out, count 1. Breathe in, breathe out, count 2. Just let the breath be natural. We're not changing how we breathe. We're just counting the breath as it comes and goes. The out breath should help to ground us. It should feel relaxing. And it should feel calming. If you suddenly find you drifting off, or even if you're feeling tired, you can adjust your posture, move around a little bit, wake yourself up. And just bring yourself back to the body and to the breath. On this next stage, paying attention to the in-breath. So as we breathe in, to yourself count 1 and breathe out. Breathe in for the second breath, breathe out. Breathe in for the third breath, breathe out. And it's all the way up to 10. If you lose your place, just start back again at 1. If you get beyond 10, that's fine, just start back again at 1. And as we're breathing in, you might notice a subtle rise of your shoulders, the rise of your chest. You might feel it in your belly. And again, if the counting doesn't work for you, you could always replace it with, when you breathe in, say to yourself, here and now. We're here meditating, and we're in this present moment. You don't need to go over past history or conversations that you've had or will have. You don't need to go through today's to-do list. We can do all that later. This is just a special moment for yourself to sit in the present, to be alert, aware, but calm. We're here and we're now. Breathe in, count 1, breathe out. Breathe in, count 2, breathe out. Breathe in for the third breath, breathe out. Breathe in for the fourth breath, breathe out. And you're doing it at your body's own natural pace. And the breathing in just prepares us for the next stage of the meditation. It just lifts us a little bit, wakes us up, raises our awareness, and prepares us. Breathe in, count 1, breathe out. If you can hear any sounds, you don't need to label them. All it is, it's just sounds and noise that you're hearing. Don't get hooked up in trying to figure out what it is. It's just a sound. On this third stage, we're just paying attention to the breath as a whole. So as it comes into our body, whether that's through your nose, your mouth, it comes in, it hits the back of your throat or your tongue, goes all the way down your windpipe, to your chest, to your lungs, to your diaphragm, your abdomen, your belly. And it's just showing an interest in that breath. We drop the counting, there's no need to do the counting now. Can you imagine the breath going lower? Can you imagine it going all the way down to your sitting bones, maybe even down your legs to the soles of your feet? And it's connecting you with the earth. It's connecting you with life. Can you find any part of the body where the breath feels a really pleasant sensation? I think for me today, it's deep in my belly. And we're not forcing the breath, we're just breathing naturally. We're not holding the breath. We're just letting it flow in and flow back out again. We could say that we're borrowing the air, the oxygen to nourish us, and then we let it go back out into the universe again. If your mind starts to drift, just bring it back to the breath and the body. Can you track the breath all the way in? And then all the way back out again. What sensations do you notice? If you're getting hooked up on a thought or a conversation in your head, congratulate yourself for noticing and just let it drift past like a cloud. Thoughts are like fleeting weather, they come and they go, and they're very changeable. Sometimes we get a thought that we get hooked on, or planning that we get hooked on. Just try and let it drift off, because by the end of the day, when you come to go to sleep, you probably won't even remember that thought. It will have long since drifted past. And if you've got difficult thoughts or troubles that are niggling at you, just try and wrap them up in a nice cotton wool cloud. Give them a bit of love and send them on the way. You don't need them at the moment. You can just let them go. Just tracking the breath all the way in, through the nostrils, the mouth, all the way down, as deep as you can into your body. And then following it back out. Just showing an interest. And for the fourth stage, we now just focus our attention to the breath coming in and going out around the nostrils and the mouth. It's a very subtle stage, this one. It took me a long time to get used to it. So as we breathe in, you can probably feel the sensations of the breath through your nostrils and your mouth. And it may feel cool when it enters. It probably plays on your tongue at the back of your throat, in your nostrils. And then it seems to disappear down your throat. And then as we breathe out, the sensation's different. For me, the air comes out warmer. It probably comes out softer for me as well. I can feel the heat in the back of my throat, down my nostrils. I can feel a gentle tingling sensation on my tongue. And I can feel the warmth on my lips as the air goes out. And there's probably a split second before the next breath comes in. And that feels cool and soothing. How are those sensations for you? They may be slightly different, they may be totally different. You might feel you have a slight preference for either breathing in or breathing out with a sensation. Can you really focus in around the nose and the mouth area, and the breath gently coming and going? In this final stage, let's just take a few moments to enjoy the fruits of our meditation. Sat down with good intention to meditate. And now just sit and relax and enjoy the sensations. And you could ask yourself again, how do I feel now? Do I feel any different? Do I feel the same? Just enjoy it for a few moments. And then when you're ready, you can start to bring yourself back to the room, to open your eyes. The Ideal by James Fenton. This is where I came from. I passed this way. This should not be shameful or hard to say. A self is a self. It is not a screen. A person should respect what he has been. This is my past, which I shall not discard. This is the ideal. This is hard. Well, thank you for joining me this morning. And thank you, Lynn, and thank you, James. Yeah, it's been fabulous to meditate with you today. I will be back again on Monday. I think you might have got Joe tomorrow. I'm just looking at the date. I'm not sure if it's Joe or somebody else, but you'll be in good hands, whoever it is. So as you step into your Thursday, have a lovely day. Yeah, it looks as though the weather's going to be pretty kind to us today around the UK. So let's hope we all have a nice sort of like summery day. Thank you, Philippa, Julie. Chris is saying thanks to everyone. Have a lovely day. And James is saying he hopes we got the donation. I will check up with, because I'm based in Sheffield, so I'm not based in York. I will check up with the York people that we got that okay. So take care, everybody, and have a good day. Bye-bye.